Jasmine Crockett's got another hot take. No blacks and whites on a wedding cake. The Democrats' new chosen one, Jasmine Crockett, is in the news again for an old clip where she attacked Florida Rep Byron Donalds for marrying a white woman. Roll it, Bertha.
The fact that you sitting around talking about life was better under Jim Crow? Is this because you don't understand history? Or literally it's because you married a white woman and so you think that whitewashed you?
DC gasped for air after Greg Gutfeld's brutal takedown of Jasmine Crockett. And not only from laughing, he did more than just make fun of her. One viral outburst at a time. He destroyed every talking point with his trademark sarcasm and sneer. This was not a criticism of politics. This was a humorous demolition derby, with the jokes of the evening based on Crockett's best tunes.
First they cursed, now they thirst for blood. Jasmine Crockett is upping her temper tantrums, now saying the only way Democrats can win elections is by throwing hands.
I think you punch. I think you're okay with you okay with punching. It's Ted Cruz. This dude has to be knocked over the head, hard, right? There is no niceties with him, at all.
You recognize the expression. Gutfeld's smug little smile that conveys the sense that someone is going to be destroyed. It wasn't a D-list star or a rumpled bureaucrat this time. The only person in Congress who could make a press conference seem like a broken opera robot was Jasmine Crockett, who was also the loudest foghorn.
Or literally it's because you married a white woman and so you think that whitewashed you.
That's not very woke, is it? Of course, Crockett isn't the only Democrat who's opposed to interracial marriage. So, Dana, Governor Hot Wheels, she claims that it had nothing to do with the fact that he actually moves by wheels in a wheelchair, and he's good looking.
Her cleanup.
Gutfeld began with friction rather than fireworks, slowly growing, akin to a Jenga structure composed of public outbursts and TikToks. Because rather than causing disagreements, Jasmine Crockett produces vibrations when she enters a room. It appears haphazard and imprecise, leaving you to ask, where's the emergency exit?
So much for Michelle Obama's when they go low, we go high. Crockett went as low as humanly possible by mocking Governor Greg Abbott for being paralyzed.
We in these hot Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot man.
Greg, leaning in as if he were laying out the plot of a late-night B-movie, explained that aliens run for Congress and misunderstand the Constitution instead of invading. He began by showing Crockett's resume, which consisted of her most popular viral songs, rather than degrees or financial records. You know, the 5-minute queries that turn into 20-minute expositions about meaningless topics.
You know, Richard, I don't know about you, but I want to see way more of Jasmine Crockett. I want to see her everywhere. I think she is the perfect face of the modern Democrat Party. What say you?
I do think that there are a lot of Democrats that really like Jasmine Crockett. But let's be very clear here, and let's acknowledge that the name calling is on both sides of the aisle. Everybody does it. It gins up the base. I mean, I think we can go through Donald Trump's greatest hits of name calling, and we can go blow for blow. And I think
find one
and
about
to be
a guy
fair,
in a wheelchair. Jasmine Crockett's got another hot take. No blacks and whites on a wedding cake. The Democrats' new chosen one, Jasmine Crockett.
Listening to her talk was like heating a steak in a microwave and being surprised when it turns out rubbery. Gutfeld said, not because she's hilarious, but rather because reality needs a respite. Every word sounds like a sitcom laugh track crashing into a TED Talk.
It's streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now.
Whoa.
And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot ass mess, honey. So,
Now she claims that she wasn't talking about Abbott's wheelchair at all. Yet she's mentioned Abbott's wheels before. In 2022, she posted Beto's rolling around the state. Where's Abbott rolling to? And according to the Washington Free Beacon, Crockett also liked several Facebook comments referring to Abbott as Hot Wheels back in 2021.
One of Jasmine Crockett's unique skills is her ability to transform any policy debate into a jazz solo about injustice, hair, and how facts are colonizer propaganda. Instead of a platform, she would prefer a fog machine and backup dancers. Gutfeld was correct. Adding subtitles turns any C-SPAN footage into TMZ. She would win gold and stand on the podium to do a self-evaluation if delusion were an Olympic sport.
You know, they are so lost, and they just have no idea how to come back. They're cursing, they're fighting, they're burning. They're lost. I said it months ago. The party is over. They've got to come up with something new. And this woman chasing a guy that's New York City. That's a subway. In New York City, you can wear a MAGA hat.
Like a cat chasing a laser pointer, she accuses a wall, complains about injustice, and never finds out the truth. There's a big market for self-assured garbage these days. So Gutfeld wasn't shocked that she has fans. She is essentially a vote card for a popular Twitter conversation. Always too loud? Reasonable? Absolutely not.
Racist. Tyrus, I go to you for no apparent reason. Do you have an opinion on this, or should I move on to somebody?
No, I just... It has to come from me.
Yes.
Okay.
She will take you on a TEDx distraction about colonial concrete and ancestral suffering if you ask her about roads. The Wi-Fi outage is obviously sexist, instead of mishandling the fundamentals. Gutfeld says the humor comes from the bobbleheads who nod as though she's repeating religion. Nobody wants to ruin a dinner party dessert when the earth is flat.
Pay us enough to find a plantation.
Tyrus, I go to you for no particular reason. Is she making any point there?
Put her to the test? Prepare yourselves for a Broadway disaster. Outrage, gas, and all the handbook's buzzwords. She squawks about winning, knocks the pieces over, and urinates on the board, according to Gutfeld, who compared it to playing chess with a pigeon. It's drag cosplay with talking points, not politics.
Not just, for one thing, I'm mad at Charmaine the Guy because he should have kicked her out. See, the problem is that we are allowing our own culture to be openly racist and get away with it. Now, if a white person is offended by that, and they should be, they say something, it's like, it's not the same thing. But if you say that, and another brother looks at you and goes, man, you wrong for that.
The direct statement from Gutfeld that she needs subtitles, not staff. Crockett transforms straightforward subjects into fiery metaphors that require a GPS and a fire extinguisher. She might blame the extinguisher for microaggressions and blame climate change for a burning building. What will happen to her? A podcast in which she discusses her personal Wi-Fi, or a book contract titled How I Yell My Way Through Congress.
They call Musk a Nazi, and next thing you know, you got swastikas on cars. They called Trump Hitler and a Nazi and a fascist, and he got shot. So I don't really ever see that happening on the Republican side when we make fun of Democrats. It's also about the supporters. It's not just the leaders. It seems like Democrats are easily programmed to do bad things.
Yes, they are. They're very easily programmed, Greg.
I made you say that.
I don't really care what she says. You know, if she wants to make a joke about Hot Wheels, it just makes her look bad.
What comes next? Is it possible to use NATO and Nando's interchangeably? Saying that patriarchy was a cause of a blackout? By nature, Crockett is a dramatist. Rationality is a decision. Gutfeld ended by saying, Jasmine Crockett is what happens when politics becomes a talent show, and she's a contestant doing jazz hands at a spelling bee, as if he had just seen a bunch of five clowns.
But it kicked his ass off because you're not going to talk about somebody that I care about like that, or another person like that. That's the problem.
She's so rotten, she wants migrants picking cotton. We present to you Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, who made this shocking argument why America needs immigrants. Roll it, Alfred.
So I had to go around the country and educate people about what immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants.
Right.
The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now. Okay, so I'm lying. Raise your hands.
Not only is she incorrect, but she is also obstinately and professionally incorrect. That is the entirety of her brand. She asserts that the moon is made of cheese and invites you to discuss it, delivering gibberish with the assurance of a toddler. Gutfeld was shocked to learn that she rewords text on a refrigerator and calls it law rather than engaging in debate. Even when she asserts that Alaska is a part of Spain, her supporters cheer together. In short, Crockett will always have stuff as long as he has a microphone. She is the circus, not just one of its members.